Om. Om. Om Ganana Tva Ganapatim Ganapatigum Havamahe गणपतिमिति गणपतिं हवामहे कविं उपमश्रवस्तवमित्युपमश्रवः तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ज्येष्ठराजमिति ज्येष्ठ राजं ब्रह्मणस्पते पत आनः न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीद सादनमिति सादनं प्रणः नो देवी सरस्वती वाजिनीवतीति वाजिनीवती अवित्र्यवतु अवत्वित्यवतु ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं सत्यसायिनं Om Shri Sai Ram. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hari Om Shalom Sai Ram. Namaste. So today we are going to start looking at the sixth Anuvakam of Sri Rudram as Krama Patham. Who can chant sixth Anuvakam without looking at the book? It's going to be the regular theme now. Okay, go ahead, Chandrasekhar, since you raised the hand first.
Okay. ॐ नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चाबघल्बाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुद्धियाय च नमः सोऽभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वण्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चाशुरथाय च नमः शूराय चाबभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरूथिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च.
Reflection.
Yeah, I should not stop at all those that namash. So should not take a breath in those places.
Yes, continuities. Sama Santanam. Also swaras on few places. Namo Vanyaya cha Kakshaya cha. This video will be available to you after line, so you can listen to it, and then you will see places where the Chapagal. How did you say the Chapagal? You said Chapagalbha in a different way. It is Chap
चापगल्भाय
Chapagalbhaya. Sham, chant without looking at the book. Close your eyes. No text looking. Yes. Sri Sai Shra. Yes.
Om Sri
Um,
Sai
F.
Shwaram. F or E,
F.
Guru?
Yeah. F. Yeah.
Wait. Let me change. Sorry. Om Namo Jeshthaya च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च परजाय च नमो मध्यमाय च पगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुध्नियाय च नमः सोऽभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च वसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च no oh wait
Keep going. Vanya.
वन्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चाशुरथाय च नमः शूराय च वभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरूथिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च
Perfect. Da. Perfect. 99 because you just paused because you were not sure at Vanya Kakshach, but otherwise 99. That shows all the practices he conducts, all the practices he joins. I'm sure all the daily sadhana, all of that helps with the perfection of chanting. Everything perfect. Continuity, scale, matras, swaras. Very impressed. That's a hard act to follow. So let's get into chanting now. Namo Jesthaya cha Jesthaya Kanisthaya Purvajaya Aparajaya. The words within this, the padas within this. Jesthaya Kanisthaya Purvajaya Aparajaya Madhyamaya Apagalbhaya Jaganyaya Buddhiniyaya Sobhyaya Pratisaryaya Yamyaya Kshemyaya Urvaryaya Khalyaya Shlokyaya Avasanyaya Vanyaya Kakshyaya Shravaya Pratishravaya. For this Anuvakam, there are 15 yajus. The first 10 form one theme as a suktam. The second 5 will form one theme as a suktam. Can you, Chandrasekhara, can you please pull up the Kramapatham, please? The Rishi for this Anuvakam is Shambhu. Chandas is Mahavirat. Devata is also Shambhu. Okay, you're ready? Chandrasekhar.
Oh, yes, sir.
ॐ नमो ज्येष्ठाय ज्येष्ठाय च
ॐ Namo Jyeshtaya Jyeshtaya cha Om Namo Jyeshtaya Jyeshtaya cha.
Excellent. The fundamental mistake a lot of people make is they don't pronounce the GA. They say Jeshtaya. Jeshtaya is incorrect. It has to be Jeshtaya. Even in chanting Ganapati Mantram and also in the Shiva Upasana Mantra, it has to be GA. GA. Sanskritam is completely phonetic language. Every aksharam is pronounced. Every aksharam is pronounced. There is nothing called silent syllables in this language because everything is explicit. Everything is totally explicit. And there is complete consistency. The way you pronounce a syllable will not change. It will be the same. Unlike other languages, CUT is cut, PUT is put, BUT is but. Why is PUT not put? I have no idea. But Sanskritam is not like that. It will have total consistency. And that's maintained from Vedic texts all the way to contemporary texts. 100% maintained. So there is no confusion. So Jyeshtaya, very beautifully. Kanishtaya. Kanishtaya. Kanishtaya cha namaha.
Jaganishtaya Kanishtaya cha namaha. Jaganishtaya Kanishtaya cha namaha.
So that completes one yajus. Namaः Purvajaya Purvajaya cha Purvajayeti Purva Jaya.
Namah Purvajaya Purvajaya cha Purvajayeti Purva Jaya Namah Purvajaya Purvajaya cha Purvajayeti Purva Jaya
Chaparajaya Aparajaya cha Aparajayetya para jaya chanamaha.
Chaparajaya Aparajaya cha Aparajayetya Jaya Janamaha Chaparajaya Aparajaya cha Aparajayetya
Aparajayetya, you
Jaya.
have to hold the tya. Aparajayetya yetya. So you that between that ye and tya there is almost like a gap. Yesterday, we spent a lot of time. If you heard the class after,
Yes.
yeah. So there you have to focus on that samyuktakshara holding so that the matras will be the same. Aparajayetya para. There is no pause there. Aparajaye अपरजायेत्यपरजाय च नमः.
अपरजायेत्यपरजाय च नमः. अपरजायेत्यपरजाय च नमः.
नमो मध्यमाय मध्यमाय च नमो मध्यमाय च
नमो मध्यमाय च नमो मध्यमाय च.
So in pronouncing that dhya, the dhya no need to take more holding on the dhya because it's a short vowel. It is preceded by a short vowel, right? So namo madhyamaya. So simple. Chapagal chapa चापगल्भाय अपगल्भाय च अपगल्भायेत्यपगल्भाय च नमः. See, now I'm chanting more because these are simple, unlike the second, third, fourth Anvaka. These are more simple words. So you can chant that full line. Chapa.
Chapagal. Huh?
Yeah, go ahead,
Sorry.
Sairam, please. Go ahead, go ahead.
Chapagalbhaya apagalbhaya cha apagalbhayetyapagalbhaya cha namaha.
Don't put too much. Don't put so much frication on the Mahaprana because my prana is always beating when you are chanting Mahaprana. I don't lose breath because it's very important. If you use so much of Mahaprana stress, your lungs will get tired, especially when you're chanting fast and all. So, Mahaprana should be enough frication, as they call it in English, enough frication or enough, as we call in Sanskritam, balam, not not Mahabalam, enough balam so that you distinguish the Alpa Prana from the Mahaprana. Okay, only when you're holding too much, it may sound a little more frication, but otherwise, yeah, simple Mahaprana. Chapagalbhaja apagalbhaja cha apagalbhayetyapa galbhaya. See how I'm using galbhaya? You are saying galbhaya, so that's too much of Mahaprana. Okay, Sairam.
Chapagalbhaya apagalbhaya cha apagalbhayetyapagalbhaya cha namaha. Chapagalbhaya apagalbhaya cha apagalbhayetyapagalbhaya cha namaha.
Pay attention to the Shruti. Namo Jaghanyaya Jaghanyaya cha
Namo Jaghanyaya sorry. Namo Jaghanyaya
no
cha. Oh,
Jaghanyaya cha
Jaghanyaya cha.
Jaghan Jagha, both are
Yeah,
Anudata.
Anudata. Jag,
Namo.
okay. Namo Jaghanyaya.
Yeah, no. Namo Jaghanyaya.
Okay, okay. Yeah, sorry. Namo Jaghanyaya. Jaghanyaya cha.
Jaghanyaya cha.
Jaghanyaya cha.
Uh,
Jaghanyaya cha. Okay.
cha buddhniyaya. Buddhniyaya cha.
Cha buddhiyaya. Buddhiyaya cha. Cha buddhiyaya. Buddhiyaya cha.
Ashrit. Sadhutanava. Huh? Ashrit. You're chanting along with me. Ashrit. You're on mute.
Yeah,
Are you chanting along with uncle or not?
yeah.
Okay, good. Now, Chanamaha, did I do? Chanamaha.
Janamaha. Janamaha.
Namasobhyaya. Sobhyaya cha.
Namah Sobhyaya. Sobhyaya cha. Namah Sobhyaya. Sobhyaya cha.
Cha pratisarjaya. Pratisarjaya cha.
Cha Pratisarjaya. Pratisarjaya cha. Cha Pratisarjaya. Pratisarjaya cha.
Pratisarjayeti prati sarjaya chanamaham.
Pratisarjayeti prati sarjaya cha namaha. Pratisarjayeti prati sarjaya cha namaha.
Namo yamyaya yamyaya cha.
Namo yam yaya yam yaya cha. Namo yam yaya yam yaya cha.
So yesterday's question by Kotu, how did the holding shift to the uh, this the mya syllable? The emphasis is on ya, not on the ma, because you can't you can't you cannot put emphasis on that, right? So only the mya is the total syllable pronounced. So in English it would look confusing because there are two different letters, but in Sanskritam they'll be written as one syllable, mya. Huh? Chachemyaya chachemyaya chemyaya cha namaha.
Chakshim ya.
That's the mistake I made, because you have to see now how important it is to have the Shruti to know the Udatam. Om cha
Cha.
cha cha che. That is the Shruti you are chanting in. Cha che myaya cha che myaya क्षेम्याय च नमः.
Chaksham. Sorry.
Yeah,
Chakshemyaya.
correct.
Kshemyaya cha namaha. Chakshemyaya. Kshemyaya cha namaha.
That's why knowing your knowing the Shruti is so important, because if you didn't know that and you go up and down in that, your swaras will be misplaced. So if that, it's very important. It's like a ground. Why in music the shadjam and pancham they don't change? Huh? Okay, remind me of this later. Now we'll continue with this. There is a beautiful spiritual reason for that, which Mahaperiva Mahaswami connected me to that. Hmm, where are we?
Urvar, Nama Urvar.
Sobhyaya, Pratisaryaya, Kshemyaya, Urvaryaya, right?
Yeah.
Chanamaha. Did we finish
Yeah.
Chanamaha? Yes,
Yes.
okay. Nama Urvaryaya.
Na.
Urva, Nama Urvaryaya. Urvaryaya cha.
Nama Urvaryaya. Urvaryaya cha. Nama Urvaryaya. Urvaryaya cha.
Rva is the syllable. So the entire Rva is down. Urvaryayacha. So it's not the letters you have to look at. You have to look at the syllable. Urvaryayacha.
Urvaryaya cha. Urvaryaya cha.
Chakhalyaya. Khalyayacha.
Chakhalyaya. Khal.
Chakhalyaya Khalyaya cha namaha.
Chakhalyaya. Khalyaya cha namaha. Chakhalyaya. Khalyaya cha namaha.
Namah Shlokyaya Shlokyaya cha.
Namah Shlokyaya.
Very good.
Shlokyaya cha. Namah Shlokyaya. Shlokyaya cha.
Vasanyaya Avasanyaya cha.
Chavasanyaya. Avasanyaya cha. Chavasanyaya. Avasanyaya cha.
Good. Avasanyayetyava sanyaya.
Sorry. Avasanyayetyava.
The moment I said very good, it got it in. Uh, that doesn't
No, no.
belong to you.
The
Idan
Shruti
namama.
is. Uh,
Idan namama.
yeah.
Okay. Avasanyayetyava sanyaya.
Avasanyayetyava sanyaya. Avasanyayetyava सान्याय
च नमः.
च नमः च नमः.
So there are two more edges. Namo Vanyaya Vanyaya cha.
नमो वन्याय वन्याय च नमो वन्याय वन्याय च
Cha Kakshaya Kakshaya cha.
च कक्ष्याय कक्ष्याय च च कक्ष्याय कक्ष्याय च
Cha Namaha
च नमः च नमः
Namah Shravaya Shravaya cha.
नमः श्रवाय श्रवाय च नमः श्रवाय श्रवाय च
Cha Pratishravaya Pratishravaya cha.
च च प्रतिश्रवाय प्रतिश्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय प्रतिश्रवाय च. Oh, sorry.
Okay, what
One
happened?
more time. No, I thought I did the swaram on the va.
Okay.
One more time. Ch ch pratishravaya pratishravaya cha
Pratishravayeti prati Shravaya cha namaha.
pratishravayeti
Shra is also down.
pratishravayeti prati shravaya cha namaha प्रतिश्रवायेति प्रति श्रवाय च नमः.
Your Shravas in Trishanku Swargam. In the Pratishrava, the Shravas in. For those of you who don't know what it meant, he understood it. Means it was hanging in between heaven and earth. So, so you have to Swarita and Udata, Anudata. So you have to pay attention to those. Okay, now this completes the first suktam of the 10 yajus in the sixth Anuvaka. नमो ज्येष्ठाय ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय कनिष्ठाय च नमः नमः पूर्वजाय पूर्वजाय च पूर्वजायेति पूर्वजाय चापरजाय अपरजाय च अपरजायेत्यपरजाय च नमः नमो मध्यमाय मध्यमाय च चापगल्भाय अपगल्भाय च अपगल्भायेत्यपगल्भाय च नमः नमो जघन्याय जघन्याय च बुद्धिनियाय बुद्धिनियाय च नमः 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 सोभ्याय सोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय प्रतिसर्याय याय च प्रतिसर्यायेति प्रति सर्याय च नमः नमो याम्याय याम्याय च क्षेम्याय क्षेम्याय च नमः नम उर्वर्याय उर्वर्याय च खल्याय खल्याय च नमः नमः श्लोक्याय श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय अवसान्याय च अवसान्यायेत्यवसान्याय च नमः नमो वन्याय वन्याय च कक्ष्याय कक्ष्याय च नमः नमः श्रवाय श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय प्रतिश्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवायेति प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः. What does all this mean? We have 20 minutes to contemplate on this. The literal meaning of these words, Jyeshtha, Kanishtha, eldest, youngest, Purvaja, Aparaja, Purvaja, initially born, Aparaja, the last remaining, Madhyama, Apagalbha. Madhyama means the middle, and Apagalbha, Apagalbha. Galbha means fully mature, Apagalbha means not so. Jaganya is middle, Buddhnya, that is, Jaganya means those that are born from the middle, Buddhnya means those that are born from the roots. Sobhya, Sa Ubhya, Preti Sarya. Sobhya means mixed with two things. Preti Sarya means moving fast. Yamya, those that define a point. Kshemya, those that are protected or safe. Urvarya means the earth that is green. Khalya means the place where refinement happens. Shlokya means that which is extolled. Avasanya means that which is contemplated at the end. Vanya in the form of trees. Kaksha, that is in the form of creepers and plants, bushes. Shrava, the sound. Pratishrava, the echo. That is the first. What are we looking at here? The eldest and youngest, the firstborn, the last remaining, the one in the middle, the one who is developing, the one born from the middle, the one born from the root, the one who is mixed with vice and virtue, the one who is moving fast, the one which has a defined point as in death, the one which is safe. All of this, what is this pointing out? So the theme of this is twofold. The first is movement in time, movement, defining points in stages of life, the origin, the cause, and the effect. Understand? You can stop sharing now. Are you all with me? Or are you all, huh? ज्येष्ठ कनिष्ठ पूर्वज अपरज मध्यम अपगल्भ जगन्य बुद्धिया. So all these, so unless you really know the Samhita Pata very well, these words won't even stick in you because you don't even know the sequence, how they are coming, etc. So really getting to that Samhita Pata as we do. Namo o Jeshta Jacha Jacha. So those things are Purvaja, Aparaja, Madhyama, Apagalbha, Jaganya, Buddhiya. Cause and effect, movement in time. Yesterday, what was the theme?
Patent in latent, changeless
Uh,
in changing,
yeah,
and limited in unlimited.
changeless in the changing, unlimited in the limited, latent
And
in the
patent,
patent. Yeah, all of that. But now, all of that stuff is what we are talking about. All of that aspect, as in defined by, for example, the space, which is the greatest example of it. It is unmoving. Nothing moves. You understand? Does space move? Thank God it doesn't move. Uh, See, even that which moves, you don't perceive as moving, do you? What is moving right now? What is moving right now, Ra Venkata Gangishetty?
Time, time.
Yeah. I know. 43, 44. But what else is moving that you don't perceive? Time is moving, you will perceive, right? 7:43, you wait, and then you see the change in the time. What is moving but you don't perceive as moving?
Earth,
Air,
earth,
Huh?
air we can say.
Huh? వాడే చెప్తాడు. I didn't ask
No, no,
Sheila. Huh?
no, no, I told air, but we can pursue that one. But
Oh, okay, air. Okay. Thank God the air. If the air doesn't move, you will stop perceiving. It's very hot in Sacramento. God, 103 yesterday. Yeah.
Earth,
So
Earth, most.
thank God fan is moving and air is moving. Earth is moving, but you cannot
We cannot
perceive Earth
pursue.
is moving. Yeah, if you perceive Earth is moving, what will happen? What is it called?
earthquake.
Arey, why you are
Quake.
answering for him? I am talking to that gentleman to get him into the ring. He was very busy writing notes. So, what in essence is movement? Jeshta, Kanishta, young age, old age, born before, last remaining, all of these things that we're talking about, movement. What is movement defined as? He said time. Yes. Now you can mute Ra. Okay, that's fine. You're done with. So what in definition is time? Physically, Prabhakara, physical science, physics, define time, physics. You studied physics, engineering people. Prabhakar, what is time in physics?
Time is
Time is?
I'm thinking.
Huh?
I'm thinking what to say.
Who is a physicist here who can define time? Nobody. Nobody wants to answer now because have we studied science, Have you studied science?
No, that definition is
Ah,
between it is defined as 1 second is something one by there's atomic
Offline.
reaction that is measured. That's how the 1 second is defined.
Murthy
Then
Cheru,
that
వీళ్ళందరూ they're beating around the bush. Murthy Cheru defined time. You are an engineer and retired engineer. Now you have time. Huh? How did? What is the definition of time, sir? Please, sir. We are running over time now.
That we can perceive and that moves so fast.
Adanta, what? I am asking the definition as a scientist, sir. You are an engineer. You studied engineering. No. What is that? No, now who wants to? Yeah, Ashrit. Are you studying physics or Vijay? What is time? Array, engineers, come on. What is time defined as?
It's the interval between two thoughts.
In a multi spirituality, I'm asking a scientific definition of
Distance
time.
times
Thought,
speed.
who is thinking scientists? Huh?
Distance times speed.
Oh, somebody is coming close now. Distance times speed. Distance of what?
Movement of light.
ఓ ఈ లోపల వాడు గూగుల్ చేస్తున్నాడు ఓకే somebody is googling very seriously mata google loss of entropy of a proton when it travels the distance from one point to another point is called time. Light particle, loss of entropy of a light particle when it travels from one point to another point in distance, that is physical time. That is how physical time is defined. So in physical time definition, there is a point A to point B, and there is traveling of a light particle from in the distance. See, what we think spirituality is non-science is nonsense. Spirituality does not deny science. Now there is this crazy thing in society that idiots think that spiritual people are beyond science. They are called idiots. They think that everything in science is nonsense and only spirituality is great. No, a spiritual person will not what we call look at science as a lower thing, and a scientist should not look at spirituality as a lower thing either. Both are idiots. One idiot thinks that spirituality is nonsense. The other guy thinks that science is nonsense and that they are beyond science. I don't want to take vaccines. I don't want. This is nonsense. Okay? Please. Spirituality is integration of relative and absolute. You try to join the two ends in spirituality. You don't ignore one and you live in a la la land. So what in science, what is defining is that fundamentally science, the time is something that measures cause and effect, birth and death. What is death? Death is defined as death is defined in biology is an end point of something. If something comes to an end, it is called death. That is biological definition of what death is. So what happens at death, what happens at birth, and what happens in between? There is a movement happening between this point of origin to this point of ending, and what is defined between these two is called biologically, what do you call that?
Life.
Lifespan. Lifespan, yes. Lifespan. Lifespan is birth to death. And what is birth to death? What is happening? Movement is happening. Movement is happening. Movement of what is happening? Wow. Anyway, 10 more minutes left.
Of the
Movement,
body.
movement of the body.
I mean, if we are considering of ourselves.
Movement of the body is happening. Only movement of the body is happening. Movement. What is happening between birth to death, Dr. Gayatri?
The entire body is changing. Like every 7 years, it completely transforms, but everything is changing.
So physically in the body, what is it that is recycling all the
Changing.
time?
The cells.
The cells. Cell.
Which cells? You know.
The RBCs, they are changing every 120 days.
Yeah, they're born and they die in every 120 days. What else is what else is physically in the body? She said something is changing. Yes, change is constantly happening. Change is constantly happening, and that is happening at physical level. That is happening at the subtle level. What else is happening at the subtle level? What else is being born and dying constantly within us? Yes.
Thoughts.
Thoughts.
What is a thought? I know somebody will say that. What is a thought?
It's a movement.
Object plus consciousness.
Oof. What is a thought? Beautiful. Yeah. What is a thought, Manisha? You were saying something?
Oh, I thought it is just movement.
Movement. Yeah. No. Thought is a movement. That is true. But movement is the property of the thought. That's not what is a thought. Definition of thought. What is a thought? Now explain, Swati, you said.
So when we get aware of that object, that time, that is a thought, basically.
You are completely lost in thoughts. With many people are not even listening. They're thinking, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Be clear, ma. You're talking, but it's not completely. You're not completely with it.
Anna,
What
you
is it?
explained it very well.
Can I say it's a
Yes.
perception of an object in mind?
Thought is a perception. That's for sure. Perception and thought are the same. But what is thought?
So it's consciousness equal to object plus thought. So thought equals to consciousness minus object.
Okay. Now she's giving scientific definition. You see, this is very beautiful. What is then the next question I will ask is what?
What is consciousness?
Good. We are all getting trained very much into this. This is what is called. This is what is called research. This is what is called discovery. You don't look at I constantly use the word look at. You don't look at something and you let it go. The moment you say, I know it, it is dead. So the only way to keep this is that you said something. She said thought is equal to consciousness
Consciousness
plus
minus
object
object.
plus consciousness plus object. So consciousness is equal to thought minus object. So you are telling the equation reverse way. If you listen
Okay.
to what you said, Ma, you said the equation reverse way. What she said was thought is equal to consciousness. What is consciousness?
It's awareness.
Awareness. Okay, good. So awareness, consciousness, presence, all those things are one and the same. They're different terminologies. Presence is awareness, awareness is consciousness. They're not different from each other. Those are all simply words. You are present to something. And when you are present to something, when that presence is associated with that object of your awareness, then it arises a thought within yourself. And the thought is knowing. So knowing is equal to awareness of something or total presence to something plus object. So when you drop that object, the whole thought will fall, and what remains is presence or awareness or consciousness or whatever you may want to call it. Are we connected to this?
What do you mean by dropping the object?
Ah, very good. What is an object? We
Which has
defined.
physical properties. Object is something that which has a shape or let's take that example, right? Object is a one that has a shape.
And a
Form.
Shape and a functionality. Yeah, form and functionality.
shape is form. Ma.
Form,
What are
yeah.
you talking? But
I
what the
meant
form and the
functionality. Rupa and
Form and a
Kriya.
no
functionality.
name also. Name, form, function. That is object. What is an object? That which has a combination of a name, form, and function. That is what is an object. Now, can you think of anything without using a name, form, or a function? Think.
Yeah, not in all
Think.
three combination. Yeah.
No, not in any combination. Forget about it. You cannot even think of a word. You cannot think without a word. You cannot think without a word. So a thought exists only if an object exists. An object exists only by cause and effect. And when you take out the object, you become timeless because you are now thoughtless. Madhuri, are we tracking, Ma? Are we tracking? Yes. What are you tracking? Gato? The gato at the home?
Thoughtlessness.
Yeah. What is thoughtlessness?
Um, I'd have to backtrack and listen to your reasoning into it again.
This is very beautiful. So the reason why we are subject to the clutches of time is because in our lives everything is associated with cause and an effect. Cause and an effect. Cause and an effect associated with a name, form, and a function. When you associate yourself with those, everything, the relative time is all about, what did we say? A particle called a photon that is moving a distance from point A to point B in which it is losing its energy. It's all about particle. Physical time is all particle, relative time. We are all subject to the same time because we are all in that relative phenomenon of the light. But if we actually look at the time in the context of our own presence and a being, the same relative time is not same for every animal. Have you thought about that? Huh? A dog ear is how many?
I think 7.
7.
7. And the cat lovers? Madhuri, what is a cat time? You're a cat lover. How many human ears is a cat ear?
I have never researched that, but I thought of that the other day.
You thought of the other day. Okay. What is a turtle ear?
120 years.
So now you can understand why in the same physical relative time the lifespan of one animal is different from the other. Why? Okay, we are 2 minutes over. We'll come back and look at this phenomenon of what we call as time and how it is related in the context of what we are pursuing in Rudram. Everything in everything as we look at the relative world is in this three vectors of time, space, and object. Time, space, and object. Yesterday we covered space with the fifth Anuvakam. It is space. The sixth Anuvakam is about time. The seventh Anuvakam is about objectification. In spiritual parlance, they call it Desha Kala Kalana. Desha is space, Kala is time, Kalana is causality or object, objectification, name form function. Desha Kala Kalana. बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ् निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयात्यपि महायोगीव यः स्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये. The entirety of cause and effect phenomenon is described in this beautiful shlokam. Causality, cause and effect happens only because of time, space, and object. A seed, this is what he is describing in Adi Shankaracharya. In the entire seed, in the entire tree is present in the seed. And that seed, when it is planted in a proper space or a place and nourished with water or whatever, will manifest itself very beautifully in time and in space associated with its identity as the tree. And those three is what is called Maya, in one definition of Maya. Time, space, identity, together put together is Maya. You understand? So when you go
If
beyond
anybody
time,
say, I think if anybody said they understood Maya, we'll be in trouble.
it cannot. No, no. Do you understand the three vectors? You understand
Just
space?
as not as a probably just as a concept as you speak, but I
No.
don't
Yesterday
think.
you were not in the. Yesterday you were not in the class. Do you perceive space or not?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not a concept, right? Space is not a concept.
Correct.
Is space a concept, ma?
No, it is a reality for me.
Okay. So when you look at space, you understood the three principles of unlimited in the limited, changeless in the changing, latent in the patent.
Correct.
Those are concepts, but space gave you the percept of that. We're talking about thought now. And the thought as defined as time. Thought is a concept. Time is a percept. Yes?
Yep.
Then we talk about the third thing called object. Name, form, function. An object is that which has a name, form, and a function, or a combination of the three. Is that a concept or a percept?
So far is okay. We were talking about C
No, no,
plus
no, no,
O.
no, no, no. No, don't lose my thought process. We are going through a thought process. Okay.
Yeah. Time,
And then
space, and identity.
right. If you are looking at something in the context of those three and or a combination of the three, then you are in a relative space, and that relative space is what is called Maya. Maya doesn't mean delusion or illusion. That is the definition given by people because they don't know how to codify it. When you go beyond those three vectors, you are not in Maya. When you take out those three aspects, you are no longer in the relative zone. So the relative zone in which we are all operating is bound by three vectors: time, space, objectification. Yesterday, with the fifth Anuvakam, we tried to cover what is that which is space. Sixth Anuvakam is about time and how the time, in a relative sense, makes you associate. Now, yesterday was space, but space has no thought. Okay, space is unmoving, right? Space is not moving, but a thought is something that is moving. Moving in the context of what? That's what we are looking at. What is the movement within you? There are only two things moving within us all the time. If one doesn't move, you are called dead. What is that?
Prana. Your breath.
Call it English breath. That's constantly moving. Along with that is also moving. What is moving as gross is the breath. What is moving subtly without your noticing that is the thought. They're one and the same. Breath is percept, thought is concept. And the time span of a living being is defined by breath. Am I talking anything philosophy so far?
Time, space, identity. It is possible to remove identity if one wants to perceive it that way. That because if you are saying this is what is Maya, not that I understand
No.
it, but
One definition of Maya is the combination of space, time, objectification. That is what is defined as Maya.
when you are
Okay.
limited by this is
Three.
Maya. So yeah, if we can I remove space? Can I remove time? No. I can remove possibly
What do you
identity.
mean by remove?
Because the whole idea is that if the Maya is considered as a veil, or it is, well, you said it is not an illusion, or that is what we have been pre-programmed
That
to
is,
understand. This is
yeah. So
is
what you have been told since childhood or whatever is that you have to go beyond Maya, but that is what is called as delusion. You cannot you cannot go beyond Maya. You can only be aware of it. And that when you have total awareness of it, it disappears. Can you become aware of space? You can. I'm talking about not knowing space. You becoming space. Now she's totally confused now. I can look at her face and know she's saying, what is he talking about? Becoming aware of space. Knowing something and becoming aware are not the same, right? Yeah. So that means you becoming space. Means right now your awareness is centered in a limited space called your own body, identified with certain name and object. Right? Can you remove that center and make space your center?
Can imagine it like that. Temporarily, I would
Imagine,
again become.
not imagine, not imagine, not imagine. It's like, for example, if there is a tube light and the light is now within the tube before it was enlightened. And now you enlightened the tube light. The light comes out of the tube light, right? The light is coming out of the tube light. Now you are the light, not the tube. You are the light. And now you look at the tube. Where is the tube?
Outside.
In the light, not outside. The tube is in the light. But what else is in the light? Not just the tube.
Everything else.
The whole room is in the light. So become the light. Right now, you are thinking I am the tube. When enlightenment has happened, you become the light and you look at the tube. Yes, that's enough for today. You are thinking, how can I think about, so now what happened? The light has filled the space and therefore it is no longer identified with the tube. You understand?
But the thing
Until
is,
the light has come out, it is in the tube. But the moment it comes out of the tube and you become the light, until now we are all thinking we are the tubes. That's why if somebody has a hard time getting it, they call it tube light. I'm not talking concept. That's not concept.
it makes sense, but how is this just have to be, is it through sadhana that one will realize that I am actually the space, and that the space is in me and I am in the space, that this body of just Gayatri is existing just as a shape? You just take an eraser or rub it off, or don't even rub it off, and actually I am plasma, or I am just air moving here and there, and all of this air is the same, or the space. Is that something that will just come with practice, or
Arey. What you are talking is it is not practice. It is not some kind of becoming something or all of that stuff. You stand in front of a mirror. I'll give you another example so that you the concept becomes a percept. You stand in front of the mirror. Your reflection is born in the mirror, isn't it?
yeah,
You walk away from the mirror. The reflection is gone from the mirror.
correct.
What is born and what is gone?
The image,
Don't use another word. What is born, what is gone? Stay with the class. Stay with the thought process.
the,
What is
the
born, what is
reflection, the
gone?
reflection was
The
born and gone.
reflection, don't say image and all. Now you're
Reflection.
introducing different. I,
Hmm.
I am really dog in the bone. Look at it like you have to look at it. So, what is the birth and death about? To what is the birth and death associated? In this instant, if you call
The
born is
reflection,
birth,
the reflection. The
reflection.
reflection is born and dying. Yeah.
Right. You?
I'm the reflection.
You are the reflection. How can you be the reflection? You are not the reflection. That's the whole point of the example. You are not the reflection. You are the one who has given rise to the reflection. What is born and gone is the reflection. When you walk away from the mirror, the reflection is gone. You are still there. When you walk in front of the mirror, the reflection arises, but you are nothing to do with the reflection. So who are you now? Identified with that body and mind? Who are you? We live the lives as reflection. We live the lives as reflections. Therefore, we are born and we are dead. Jeshtaya cha Kanishtaya cha Purvajaya cha Aparajaya cha Madhyamaya Apagalbhaya. All this stuff is associated with reflection. But you are nothing to do with that cause and effect. What has caused the reflection to be born is the mirror. But you are nothing to do. You don't require a mirror to say that I am there, no? Do you? Okay, thank God. I hope that is clear. Uh, some people carry mirrors in their handbags, only to check it out. Am I here or not? I don't require a mirror to know that I'm here or not. So similarly, now I gave the example of the light coming out of the tube and looking at the tube and saying, not only the tube. So now the moment you have this thing that I am the light, then what happens? Everything is in the light. Similarly, what is born and gone is the reflection. You are nothing to do with that. The cause and effect that are happening is because of Brahma, but as Brahman, you are always there. Am I talking philosophy? Or is it still Pavani? Nidrabodram?
Let Uncle Sairam. So here, is the object the mirror or the thought the mirror?
Okay. The object, the mirror, or the thought, the mirror?
So if the thought is dropped, the object cannot be dropped, but the thought can be
What?
dropped.
No. Only object can be dropped. The moment you drop the object, the thought goes away. In fact, there nothing exists without the object. Every association you have in life is with objects only. Object as it related to your body, object as it related to your feelings, object related with other things outside of you as objects with name, form, and function. So you keep dropping the object, the nama and the rupa, as they call, the name and the form. then what remains is Sat Chit Ananda. Nothing else exists. That's it. Yes, go to, please, sir. You have one question and then we'll close.
So in this example of this object and reflection, you are the witness. Is that right? Can you say that? Witnessing the reflection going and coming out. You're witnessing it.
So what are you witnessing?
The reflection going and coming out. This is the born and death of the reflection, but you are witnessing it.
So what you have, if you have identified yourself with the reflection, okay, then you're born and you're gone. And when the mirror cracks, you also crack. Okay. When the mirror is dusted, you are also dusted. When the mirror is rusted, you are also rusted. But nothing to do with you. All of that is a phenomenon that is happening in the mirror. That's the point that we are trying to get to. And the reflection is born in time because of its association with the mirror. Yes, Chandrasekhar, sir. I hope that.
So, Anna, you said, in fact, going back to my question of how do you drop the object? I mean, you have shared this before also in the sense when you look at an idol, don't look at the idol, look at the ideal behind, right? As what Swami has also said. But just curious as to how can we drop the idol and follow the ideal? Any practical?
Very practical example. Say you have a father, a mother, and as you age, they age. The father body is gone, but is the love of the father gone or not gone? So that is where Swami in Gita Vagini very beautifully describes this whole thing called Saguna Nirguna. Saguna Nirguna. You have to get hold of the Nirguna, which is doesn't have the attributes. Love is attributeless. Love is formless. Nirakara, Nirguna. So, in the context of your own relatives, as in a dear father or a mother or whoever, only if you are associated with the body of the person, you will die and you will cry and you will do all of that stuff. But the Nirakara, Nirguna aspect, Nirakara, the formless, Nirguna, the attribute or functionless aspect of love that you have for them, or the love that has been shared with them, that will remain forever. Similarly, Rama as a form and a function has come and gone, but the Nirakara, Nirguna aspect of truth and righteousness, Satya and Dharma, are there as example of Rama through eternity. Therefore, get hold of that Nirakara, Nirguna aspect of Rama, which is Satya and Dharma, then you won't have birth and death associated with the Rama's form. He is birthless and he is deathless as Satya and Dharma. Your father and mother or whoever is birthless and deathless in the form of love, but identified in time, in space, in objectivity, they are dead. Is that even? This is not. This is not philosophy, no? Is this philosophy?
No, it is not.
Thank you, Sairam.
Sairam.
Okay, let's chant Yadakshara Pada Brashtam Sairama Chandrasekhara.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व सागीश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष सागीश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री सागीश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई